just put on my microphone. Will you be starting the show or do you want me to do this? Squeeze, I just put on my microphone. All right, we'll start the show. How's that?
All right, let's start the show.
How you doing?
All right, let's go to line one. Hello.
There's nobody on line one.
By the way, folks, this is the Immigration Link right now. My name is Squeeze. The show is called Brad and Squeeze. Of course, Brad's the attorney, Squeeze is the businessman. And we're actually here doing a radio show each and every single weekday at 9 a.m. and 12 noon. So right now, need for you to tell all the folks out there to tune in. 93.5, everybody on the highway, byway, person that you know, call them up and say, tune in to those dudes on the morning show. Brad and Squeeze, brought to you, of course, by USA Credit Repair. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, created by the law offices of Spar Bernstein and the Link Up Media Group. Brad's got on a nice dapper jacket. Mm-hmm. He's got on a white shirt.
Yes.
So that makes him look like an attorney.
Yes.
And he's got on his headphone.
Yes, that makes me look like a broadcaster.
Right. And our number here is 1-800. I'm not starting the show until I get the amount of calls, the requisite amount of calls. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to answer green card questions, work permit questions, citizenship questions, any question that you have on U.S. immigration. All right? So while we say our sympathies and condolences to those over in Manchester, England, we want for you to reach out to us. The number here is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. And, we're still working on figuring out what's going on with some people's iPhone and why some hear and some don't when it comes to Facebook. All right? So, once again, the number is 1-800-529-5465. Want to say a pleasant good morning to all the wonderful folks who are sharing with everybody out there, saying, tune in to Brad and Squeeze. Get your immigration questions answered. Today is a much better day where the temperature is concerned. It's going up to 74 degrees. It's going to be a bit cloudy, but I'll take it.
In New York, people could be watching us from all over the world.
Oh, they are? I thought it was just New York.
No, it's
What?
WVIP 93.5 in New York. But people are watching
New
us
York
on
and
Facebook.
Connecticut and New Jersey.
And Connecticut and New Jersey. And people are watching us on Facebook from all over the world. Like, for example, Moshe Baruch, for example.
Moshe Baruch.
Moshe Baruch. He's watching us on Facebook, hopefully from a courthouse somewhere, because that's where he should be right now. Until he gets called.
I thought you were going to say he's like somewhere in Russia.
No, he's not in Russia. Hopefully there is, I know we have viewers all over. When I say hopefully, okay. There could be viewers in Russia, in Romania, Cartagena, Colombia. Somebody emailed me yesterday and said, I heard you mention Cartagena. I happened to be there.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
1-800-529.
Can people listen from Jamaica?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
I got an email last week from somebody in Montego Bay. Said, you mentioned Montego Bay.
Yeah, Montego Bay is a great place. This weekend, Montego Bay comes alive.
That's why you were.
Everybody was going there.
I'm glad
we're
that
partying this weekend in Montego Bay.
I'm glad you got the.
Yeah, the memo.
The memo. I'm waiting for you to say something about Montego Bay. Boy, you're a little slow on the get-go there.
Yeah, it depends on what I was doing last time.
Yes, fiction pop-up.
Fiction pop-up, yep, that's correct.
Is that what it's called? Fiction pop-up.
Fiction pop-up.
At the Iberia Star Hotel. So if you're watching in Montego Bay, or you have friends in Montego Bay.
Be there this Saturday.
Be there, yeah.
It's going to be a great. But right now, still, we're going to jump to immigration questions. But let me just see if we're going to end the show early today. Yeah, folks, we have absolutely zero calls. There's absolutely no one who is interested in having their immigration problems resolved. You know,
So, by the way, our last
they
show
always
before
wait. They always wait for somebody to call, and then everybody calls.
And then we end up having 15 calls we don't get to. But today is our last show.
No, it's the last live show.
Last live show in the morning. We'll be live in the afternoon, and then it's going to be a tape till after Memorial Day, because Squeeze and I are on vacation. Squeeze will be down in Montego Bay hosting at the Iberia Star.
Down in Montego Bay.
Is that a song?
Is that how the song goes?
No, I've never. No, that's not how the song goes. I think there is a song like that. That's not how it goes.
Okay, how does it go?
I don't know. I would not be crass enough to sing.
We're just waiting on Fiona to tell us what
Yes.
calls to take out right here because
Why
we're
don't you give
answering
me the
immigration
telephone
questions and we're taking Montego Bay questions.
Antigua, West Indies is in the house on Facebook. I'm sure it's warmer in Antigua
Brad, how
than
many
it is in New
parishes
York.
in Jamaica?
12,
Nope.
13,
Nope.
11. It's around that.
Nope.
What is it? How many?
14.
I was close, right?
You were close.
Right. Okay.
You were close.
How many counties in Long Island, Squeeze?
Nassau, Suffolk, too.
Wrong. Brooklyn and Queens is part of Long Island, so that's considered a county. It's New York City, but it is on the island called Long Island. 4. Ha ha!
Whoa. Brooklyn and Queens is part of Long Island?
It's not part of Long Island.
It's
but
not a part of Long Island.
On the if it's on the geographical map of Long Island.
Where'd you get your geography
Do
from?
you go over a bridge when you go from Queens to Nassau?
No, but where'd you get that from?
Okay, right?
Google.
Google.
Alexa, how many counties in Long Island?
4. Brooklyn,
There are-
Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. Brooklyn and Queens are part of New York City, but it is on Long Island. Is that correct, little Nicky?
I'm assuming so. I actually don't know either.
Yeah, okay. You live in New York, little Nicky.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Learn something new every day.
It actually says
Peter.
4 counties.
4 counties, right? Yes. Peter, I'm right. I knew you were going to get that wrong, too.
Everybody
Everyone
gets that.
wrong, yeah.
How many bars in New York City?
5.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't forget about Staten Island, huh?
5. Yeah. All right, Peter, how are you?
I'm good, Bernstein. I'm wonderful. Good.
What's happening, my man?
What's up, man?
Respect every time, my brother. Respect.
So how come you switch up your accent to me and you don't switch up your accent to Brad?
Because you're Jamaican and I'm American. So he talks American to me and Jamaican to you. He's not a dummy,
Man
right?
of many languages.
Yes.
Okay, what's your
Yeah.
question, my brother? And thank you so much for tuning into the Brad and Squeeze Show, 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock each and every weekday, all right?
Yeah. My question is,
Mhm.
my wife accused me of telling her that I would burn her with a iron.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Is that true? Well, let's start with this. Is that true or not true?
It's not true,
Okay.
but it's because of jealousy. I was on the phone with another woman, and
Mm.
she think the woman where I was talking to is one of my spunk, which is not.
Got it. I
I'm
understand.
sorry I have to chuckle at that.
I
one.
understand.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to translate spunk for me, Squeeze?
Another woman. Let's
Another
leave it at
woman.
that.
Okay, fine. Have you ever heard that term before, little Nicky?
Spunk?
Spunk,
Yeah, I've
yes.
been told I'm spunky.
You're spunky. Okay, so any
Yeah.
event.
But he's
Peter.
not talking about you.
He's not talking about you. Okay, so Peter. So what happened?
So-
So she called the police on you?
You call the cops on me.
When did this happen?
After, last 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so as soon as you call the cops in a domestic dispute, someone's getting arrested. Did you get arrested?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened with the case? Is it ongoing right now?
I would have to go back to court to lie.
Okay.
But
let me
the problem is,
let me just say one thing, Peter. Okay? I don't want you, because you have an ongoing criminal case, I don't want you to talk about the criminal case on the radio. Okay? But if you have an immigration question associated with it, I will answer that. And the reason is because anything you say can be used against you in a criminal courtroom. So I don't want you to say anything, even inadvertently, that would cause you a problem. You understand?
okay.
Okay.
So, but you say if I'm talking to you about it on the phone, they can take me and
Yes.
Yeah, them
that
can
is
use it against
correct.
you.
Then they could use it against you.
So you
So
want
let
to
me
show.
make this suggestion to you, okay? You
Yeah, but-
perhaps have an immigration problem, which I'm happy to help you with. And you
But-
certainly have a case where somebody accused you, and at least from your perspective, you've done nothing wrong. So what
Right.
I would suggest that you do is, this is why we at Spar and Bernstein actually pride ourselves in these situations. We have really good criminal defense
full service
attorneys,
law firm.
former district attorneys,
Full service law firm.
right, immigration attorneys. We all work together to make sure that the best possible outcome can happen for you.
my question is
Yes.
to the case. My question is this: if you're a citizen, can that do affect you?
It certainly can, even if you're a citizen, it could affect you, because if you want to go apply for a job, and you have a criminal record, many jobs, do background checks on you. You may not be able to get the job you want to get. Does it affect you in terms of traveling or getting a U.S. passport? No, but it certainly affects you in other areas of your life, having a criminal record. So hold on one second, okay?
Once again, folks, you're in tune to the Brad and Squeeze Show, hosted by
It's hosted by Berta Bella Bella.
You just love saying
Berta
that.
Bella Baba. Berta Bella Baba. I love saying that.
Baba Boo.
Yes, Baba. But no, it's Berta Bella Baba.
Who says that?
That's Gary from the Howard Stern Show. But Berta Bella Baba. She's watching now. I love when it comes and says Berta Bella Baba.
Who's Berta Bella Bella?
It's Moshe's wife.
You talking about a man's wife?
I am, but I just like her name on Facebook.
1-800-529-5465. This good-looking guy here, David Annakie, is known as Squeeze.
Yes.
All right? The other guy,
Not so good looking.
the Cantienia
Not so good looking.
guy.
I'm just everything. You know what? Squeeze.
What? You just look blurred today.
No, I'm not blurry. You know what Squeeze said to me the other day?
What did he say?
He said to me, you know, Brad, you're everything Squeeze is, but a little less.
I
What?
never said
He
that.
said that. He said, you're good looking, just not as good looking as me.
Okay.
You are smart, just not as smart as me. You're rich, just not as rich as me. I mean, everything across the board was not as much. I mean, he actually kept saying this to me.
I'm rich in love, man.
To make you feel better, Brad.
Yes.
I'm the best looking person in this room.
Thank you very much, little Nicky.
That fixes that. Let's get back to the show.
1-800-529-5465. Squeeze, if you need to stand up right now, because I am not going to BS our way through this show. I will not BS our way through this show, okay? People need to call to get their immigration questions and problems resolved right now.
All right, so I'm standing up.
Stand up.
All right.
Yeah, you got to talk to SMG about that.
But
You got to talk to SMG
Jesus.
about that. Everything,
God.
you know what? This guy rewired.
Where is he?
He rewired. Why do you have your wallet out?
Stuck in the train.
Why is your wallet out?
it actually fell out on the floor.
Oh, is that it? Okay. 1-800-52. I thought Squeeze was going to pay me some money for once.
I mean, foreign currency. All right, on a serious note, let me just handle this. Ladies and gentlemen, on a serious note, today happens to be the last day that you'll be able to get your immigration questions answered for live this week. That simply means if you don't get up off your asphalts, maybe it's a pavement somewhere in one of the 5 boroughs or the 4 counties of Long Island, okay? Nassau, Brooklyn, Queens, Kings County. It's Kings County, Queens County,
Nassau.
Nassau, and your favorite, Suffolk.
Why is Suffolk my favorite?
It's just your favorite.
It's not my favorite. I grew up in Nassau, so that would
It's
be
the favorite.
that would be my favorite. Is
He
where I
doesn't
grew
get
up.
it, folks. All right.
Suffolk.
Yeah.
Do
So,
you get that?
I don't get it.
I don't
Okay.
get it. Does anybody get that?
so,
Suffolk.
in other
Is
words,
there
folks,
like a double entendre
if
to
you
that one?
do not call us now, can you imagine not being able to get your immigration questions answered for one whole week? One whole week. All because someone decides to go to a warmer climate, as if it's not getting warm here. Why would you want to leave here to go to a warmer climate? You know what, folks? Everybody out there, I am going to guarantee you that your questions will be answered today for free. I will even guarantee you that if you book an appointment today, you will see Brad Bernstein. I will force him to stay here. He will not get to go, no, he will not get to go to 61, nope. He will not get to go up and down, nope. He will stay here and answer every single immigration. It doesn't matter if you're from Russia. It doesn't matter if you're from Romania, Haiti, Jamaica,
By the
Trinidad
way,
and
by the way,
Tobago,
by the-
Canada,
by the-
South America, what parts of South America, I don't care. Wherever you're from, if you call 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Call now. I guarantee you'll get through, Nicky.
You know, people may have questions about what's happening with Haiti.
Oh, you mean you got an update?
There is an update.
Thank you so much.
I forgot to mention it because
What's,
we were.
what's the update? Because you got Clive,
Yeah,
we got
Sebastian
Carlson,
on
we've got
YouTube wants to know.
Samantha.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's going on?
The update is that Trump extended it for 6 months.
Oh, such a nice
Guy. Only
6 months.
Only 6
He's
months.
such a nice
with
guy.
an announcement that says you better figure out your life.
Average time of a
1 second.
relationship these years.
It said, the announcement said, we will extend Haitian TPS for 6 months. After those 6 months, you have 6 months to figure out your life, Haitians. That's what it said. You want to actually read the announcement?
Or we'll help you to get out.
Or we will deport you. It says here from the Department of Homeland Security, the 6-month extension should allow Haitians living in the United States time to obtain travel documents and make other necessary arrangements to depart the United States or obtain their green card.
That's what they're saying. See the movie?
And that the Haitian government needs to prepare for, quote, you ready for this? The future repatriation of all Haitians. What does that mean, repatriation of all Haitians?
Is it repatriation or repatriation?
Repatriation.
Okay.
That means that in 6 months, the government's going to deport you if you don't do something. That's basically what it said. It said, Haiti, get ready to take a lot of people back.
That's not cool.
Okay?
Not that there's anything wrong with Haiti, but I'm just saying.
So
people
now
are here for
squeeze.
opportunities.
So squeeze. If you're a Haitian, what do you think you would do?
I get my started out.
Oh, I have to say this again. Hola, Cartagena.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that. I wanted to make sure I said that.
So everybody out there,
Yes.
especially the Haitians right now, call us up. 1-800-529-5465. Sac passe. All right? 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Make the link, make the call, make the connection. Make it the show that was brought to you by USA Credit Repair. Let's go to the line, Brad.
Samantha.
Samantha.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
morning.
Sam. Cheer up. There you go. I wanted that laugh.
Good. I am in a situation where I got married to a Jamaican, and I have like a recording of him like telling friends that he got married to me for opportunities. I mean, where could I go with that, and what would happen?
Well, you can submit that. I mean, does he have a 2-year or a 10-year card?
2 year.
Okay, so you can conceivably submit that to the Department of Homeland Security. And say, I have this recording and I'm submitting it somehow, and you want it in the file. Your biggest issue is going to be, how would anybody know this is your husband talking? It could be one of millions of different men saying this. So, how believable this recording would be. And the reason is this, is because he has to eventually get divorced from you and remove the conditions of his permanent residence, and he has to be able to prove, what is going on? And he has to be able to prove that it's a real marriage between the two of you. And if there's derogatory information in his file that says he married you for something other than love, they can deny him and look to put him in deportation. The derogatory information, though, that you have, which is a recording, may or may not be him. Nobody knows for sure. So I'm not sure the word's not relevant, but how strong of evidence that may be against him. But certainly you can go down and make an InfoPass appointment and figure out how to submit that information to the Department of Homeland Security.
Okay. Would he lose his 10-year
If the government believes,
visa?
if
as
the
well?
government believes, if he has a 2-year card and the government believes that he entered into a marriage just to get a green card, and there's evidence of that, he would lose his 2-year green card and he would not get his permanent green card. If he has his permanent green card, it's unlikely the government would do anything, but maybe that derogatory information may make it into his file if he wants to become a citizen and affect his citizenship. Again,
But let me ask you
I will
something.
say 2 things about that. One is, nobody knows who this guy is that you're listening to on recording. And 2, it's very possible, Samantha, that what you're saying is 100% accurate. It's also, and I'm not questioning anything, but the government would question that maybe this is just sour grapes on you. You're angry at him for other reasons and making stuff up. Similar to, at least what Peter alleges in the first call, was that, my wife called the police on me and made up that I threatened her with an iron when I never did. So everything is taken under the circumstances, and certainly you have the right to submit that information if you want. How far it would go, I can't tell you.
So would he lose his visiting visa as well?
Well, he's already lost his visitor's visa because he's a resident.
But would he be able to marry somebody else to get his papers?
Not if he committed marriage fraud, no.
But what are you trying to figure out here,
I'm
my
not
brother?
sure. There's like 5 different
Yeah.
questions.
What do you want to know really, and what do you want?
All my questions are answered so far.
Okay.
So I just wanted to know, like, what I needed to do, like, what
What do you want to do?
and what it's like.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes, Samantha, I will tell you
You
this.
just got to walk away and leave
Okay,
things alone.
exactly,
And,
because-
and it's a lot cleaner. And
I'll say this, and you may be very hurt right now.
yes,
Okay, and you may feel really bad feelings inside, and you may even, you have that pit in your stomach that you feel.
especially when you know you love the person.
You love the
know?
person, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe you feel used, maybe he didn't love you as much as you
know.
loved him. I do know.
Yeah.
And because I've gone through it.
Yes, you have.
Everybody's gone through
Yeah,
it.
you have,
And
obviously have.
what I will tell you is this. Retribution, bringing somebody down doesn't make you feel better.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, you got to make yourself feel better by just making yourself better, moving on, not dwelling on it, and saying to yourself this: I won't make the same mistake twice. Everybody in life is allowed to be fooled once. It's the smart person who doesn't get fooled twice. Okay, Samantha?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All
All right.
Bye.
I just want to say though.
Was that pretty good advice?
No.
No.
What you
It
said.
was
in
not good advice.
what you
It's
just.
good advice. I liked it.
Thank you.
I felt
Well,
empowered.
Yes.
No, stop, guys, stop.
I thought that was good advice.
Because what you all just said is crap.
Right. Shady Basement said
You know
so
why it's
true,
crap?
Brad.
No, what Brad just said in the end. I'll not be fooled twice.
It's true.
Oh, give me a freaking break. You're gonna fall in love
happens
again.
to the
You're
best
gonna
of
have
us.
issues.
No.
You're gonna we're gonna have divorce again.
Of course.
We don't know. How do you know?
Because
You're not God. You can't tell the future.
What I'm saying is this:
What?
don't be fooled.
How many
twice.
times you meet somebody and like, wow,
Let me
this
ask
is
you-
the
let me-
one.
let me-
You know, this is the one. You're swinging from
You
the
don't-
chandelier.
excuse me.
You're
Excuse me. Let me-
you're
let me-
cruising.
can I talk a
everything is
second?
sweet. And next minute you're like, no, this is
Is-
not what I
is-
want.
Is life?
And they're like, oh man, I did it
squeeze,
again.
Squeeze. Is life full of experiences?
Yeah, but
Just
don't
answer my question.
I don't want you to
Just-
say
but
if
it's
you
life-
fool once, don't be fooled twice.
It's true.
How do you know?
I'm going to tell you if you let me talk.
Okay,
Life
Prophet
life is full.
Bernstein.
Thank you. Life is full of experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And every experience you have in life, whether it's going to the grocery store, pumping gas, every communication you have with somebody,
Don't do that in New Jersey, though.
okay,
All right?
is
Don't pump any gas in New Jersey.
you don't pump. Yeah, that's all full service. Is everything you do. Some things have minor consequences. Other things have larger consequences. You don't remember all of your experiences in life. Many experiences you go through life, you don't remember at all. What I am saying is, remember the important experiences. Here's an experience that this woman will remember. She met somebody. She fell in love with that person.
Chop.
I'm not chop. This is important. What I didn't say was.
I got it right. Look.
What I didn't say was
Yeah.
not to fall in love again. And what I didn't say was not to fall. Let me finish. What I didn't say was not to fall in love
Yeah.
with a foreigner. By all means, if you fall in love with somebody who lives in another country or needs a green card and this is the person you fall in love with, by all means, fall in love with them. I'm not saying not to do it. What I'm saying is learn, take a step back, learn from your experience. What did I not see the first time around that I should look for the second time around so that I'm more certain of
Turn
what
up your
I'm doing?
microphones. Turn up your microphones.
So that I'm more certain of what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That is what I'm just.
Don't touch that. That's the
I-
microphone.
That's all right. I got it all now. 1-800.
Are you okay now, man?
Yes. 1-800.
You sure, man?
Yes.
You
I
want a
think
bottle
it's
of water?
important. No. 1-800-529-5465.
You notice when he's getting up, his bro's
Yeah.
like crinkle right in the middle right here.
All right. And Shady Bay Smith says, so agree with you, Brad and little Nicky. If want a man
Thank
to
you,
use
Shady.
you and take a disadvantage,
Thank you,
you're
Shady.
well fine, but not going to use me a second time. And Garfield Enriquez says, great job, Brad.
Yeah.
So many people agree with me.
And you want to know what, Brad?
Yeah.
You've got those people out there who make it bad for the good men. There are good men out there.
And guess
There are.
what? And guess what? There are bad women out there, and there are good women out there.
Most of the time, it's mostly bad men, though.
And I will say this.
It's mostly bad men. Though.
And
I agree.
Really?
It's mostly bad men.
And not
No,
bad
it's
women
mostly
too.
bad
No,
men.
there's
I'm not
bad
knocking
women
my
and bad
brothers,
men.
but
And I will
it's
say,
mostly bad
and I
men.
will say this: there's also good men and good women who are just not meant to be with each other.
Happy wife?
Happy life.
That is true. 1-800-529-5465.
Oh, man.
Carlson.
Carlson, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Well, listen, man. Left
Hanging
or
in
right?
there.
You're hanging?
Morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Yep.
Squeeze
What
and I
else
could
can
do a
we
whole
do?
show on love with little Nicky.
Love with little Nicky. Wow. Anyway, what's your question for Brad?
Okay, my question is, if I'm married to a Jamaican girl, how long would it take for her, when I file for her, how long would it take for her to get here?
Are you a citizen?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, about a year if you marry her, a year and a month, a year and 2 months. If you're not married to her and you want to get her here as fast as possible, then do a fiancé visa. That would be faster. That would be about
Okay.
8, 9
And have
months.
Spar Bernstein handle it.
Right.
That's the right answer.
Right. So hold on 1 second because you want to know what the truth is the right answer because if I handle it, she will get here the fastest possible way. That doesn't mean I speed it up. It just means I don't slow it down. So hold on 1 second, all right? There we go. He sounded English, didn't he?
Sounded Jamaican.
Can I squeeze in a question from social
Pun
media?
intended?
Yes.
Okay, moving on.
Go ahead.
If someone had to leave the country in March because of his student visa got revoked, can he return on a visitor's visa? And also, can he get another student visa? He got expelled from the school.
Unlikely on student visa. If you got expelled, it would be difficult to get a visitor's visa to show that you have a non-immigrant intent, but it's always possible. It's also, based on the facts of why you got expelled and everything else. But certainly, those are not positive factors to get another visa.
Once again, folks, it's the Brad and Squeeze Show. We want to welcome SMG, who for the upteen time
Has arrived.
was stuck in the train.
You guys can look it up in the news. It was crazy.
1-800-529-5465.
I did see it actually. It
Don't
got
go there,
delayed
Brad.
when I stepped off.
Don't touch
Well,
it,
wait,
Brad.
Brad actually rode the train this past weekend, and he got the full
You should have seen his
experience.
face.
I was very unhappy on it.
It's
Yeah.
miserable,
It's
right?
You know why?
frustrating.
Because it was Sunday morning.
It's even
Oh,
worse.
no.
Oh, so you got the
Weekend.
light side.
Yeah, it was no. I'll tell
Should
you
have
why.
seen Brad
because
on
it
the
was-
train,
it
man.
was-
Look
it
at
was-
this geezer.
It was Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
All right. So my expectation was that
Your
the
ex?
train would be
Back.
not
Running smoothly?
smooth. It would be. I
Wrong.
wouldn't have to wait.
Wrong.
I would get in a nice, clean car. It would not be crowded.
Your
It
poor
would
soul.
move fast. There
Jeez.
would be an express and not a local
Oh,
because they're
Brad.
working on the express.
Brad, you never
And-
ride the train on the weekend. No, in
Never.
fact.
If
They're
you don't
always
have to
doing
ride the train,
construction.
don't do it.
Right. So it was misery. Okay. I could have walked faster.
Yes.
I waited on the subway track.
And it was a beautiful day.
For almost 20 minutes for the train.
And
Try
then you
it
get
out.
on the train, and the train.
Finally, the train comes. Now, there's no train that has come before this train for 20 minutes.
Exactly. So you would
think-
expect-
You would expect this thing to go flying down the tracks.
But no.
No. No. It's like, I want you to
Crawling.
know something. It was like the train conductor went to the back of the train and was pushing it. That's how slow the train was, okay? And that's why I took the picture.
You had so much
Uh,
time.
Right. Then I'm like, you know what? I'm in this train. I'm between waiting for the train.
Let me find something to do with
and
my fingers.
going on the
Let me not be
train.
Donald Trump in bed.
And I only had to go from down here by the office. I was down here at the office to Penn Station. And it took me almost 45 minutes on a Sunday morning. And I thought it would be really fast.
Dang.
I'm
Dang.
sorry.
Yes.
See, that's what happens when you don't hang out with your friends.
Yes.
What?
You're lucky you didn't get delayed for an hour because of a
Yes.
sick passenger.
Why that happens?
Those are the worst.
Those are the worst.
And they got to
passenger?
evacuate the whole
We
train.
gotta evacuate the whole train.
Yeah.
All
New
right,
Yorker
so,
problems.
ladies and gentlemen, it's 27 minutes before the hour of 10. The good-looking guy here in the room is David Squeeze Annakie.
Thank you. Oh.
We
The
already
other
said who
good-looking
the
guy-
good-looking person is.
The other good-looking guy is Brad Bernstein, and the other good-looking guy is SMG.
Oh,
And the
thank you.
beautiful woman.
And
the
the
most
beautiful and stunning black woman happens to be.
Thank you.
Oh, let me not assume you are, right? Tiger Woods doesn't think he's black.
Oh boy.
I am very black.
You know?
Black and proud.
Brad, no comment. All right.
All black, no cream.
When did you read that Tiger Woods doesn't? Because I never saw
You didn't know that?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he doesn't
No, he
think
doesn't.
he's
What
black.
what does he think he is?
What is he?
What did he say? I'm not gonna get into it. It's gonna annoy me.
Yeah, it's
No,
kind of.
he doesn't.
Tiger, if you're listening, you're black.
Gonna come here, man.
You're black, Tiger. Hate to break the news.
Yep.
All right, Clive,
Yes, good morning.
what's up?
Clive, how you sound so serious, man? Good morning, man. We took too long?
Oh, man, I'm in a very, very bad situation here, man. It's
All right.
killing me.
All right, so here's what. I learned in positivity classes that you don't say bad, you say sticky. You're in a sticky situation. And I'm,
Yeah,
let's
it's
see
really-
let's see how
How about this? I'm in a situation that needs to be fixed.
yes.
How's that for
That's
a
a
positive
very
line?
good
That's
positive
a
line.
positive thing. All
And I-
right, I'm going to fix it.
And I believe he came to the right place.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. What's your question for Brad Bernstein, our attorney, right here on the show?
All right, I got married in Jamaica to this American lady. Most of my life I've been working in hotel, and when we got married, I figure it was my first marriage. I was about 42, 43. I thought this was, the right, correct one, man, because I went into it faithfully. Anyhow, she invited me here, and before I leave,
What type of visa did you come here
Yeah,
on?
I was about to say visitor's visa, work visa, what?
I get a 2-year visa.
All right, so you got a green card. She married you. She
Conditional.
sponsored you. She got a 2-year conditional green card.
So far, so good.
How long ago was this? He sounds sad, so apparently this marriage
This
broke
was
up.
2001.
2001. Oh, okay. Did you ever go from your 2-year to your permanent green card? Did you ever try for that?
Well, okay, I did try to renew the green card before that 90 days.
Right. Were
I
you
didn't do
when
that.
you tried to renew it? Were you married? Were you living with your wife, or you were at that point separated or divorced?
Well, to be truthful,
Be truthful.
it was like a threat of divorce.
Okay, so you were not divorced.
So you weren't divorced.
Were you living with her at
weren't
that
divorced.
moment? You were.
Yes, we were living
Okay,
together.
and then you
Right.
filed the application to remove the conditions, and I would assume that because you're calling me now that it was denied. Is that correct?
Yes, it was denied.
Were you put in deportation?
Yes, I was on deportation.
Okay.
list for
All right. So
about
you were ordered
years.
deported, Clive. Is that correct?
Yeah, follow Brad here. He's going somewhere.
Pardon?
Follow
Well,
Brad. Listen
you
to
were
Brad.
ordered deported. You went to a judge, and the judge says you're deported.
No. I was with the court for about 2.5 years, and this is the situation.
No, Clive,
Follow Brad here.
Clive,
Work with Brad here.
we got 100 people we got to answer questions on. Answer my question so I can help you. We don't have time to listen to your 30-minute. That's why a consultation. I'll be happy to listen to the consultation. But on the radio, I got to get to the point. Were you ordered deported?
Was I ordered deported?
Yes. I'm asking you that. I don't know the answer to that. Clive, this is what we're going to have to do because we got to get to other people. Hold on. You need help. You need to come in for a consultation. You need to get everything off your chest in a one-on-one consultation with me. I'll be more than happy to listen to you. I promise you, and then advise you what to do. I will help you. Okay? But we're not going to be able to get this done on the radio. So hold on 1 second, okay?
And by the way, same answer to Sasha Wright. Okay, Jackson, can I speak to Brad directly? Yes, you can. 1-800-529-5465. That's the same number that Clive just called. That happens to be the Spar and Bernstein's number. It's not my number. 1-800-529-5465. Tune in right now, 1-800-529-5465. God willing, we'll be back at 12 o'clock today. We want to say and pay homage to this company called USA Credit Repair. I like those guys. Yeah.
Homage?
Yeah.
Homage.
Homage.
Is it homage or is it homage?
It's
I've
an
heard
H.
people say
How do you
both.
pronounce it? I've heard
Homage.
people say both
I say homage.
Then you pay
Yeah,
homage.
homage, like without the H,
I
right?
say without the H.
without the H.
Yeah.
All right.
Just like you say honor. You don't say honor. You say
Honor.
honor.
Jamaicans say, no.
You say
Say
honor.
H and everything.
Right.
Jamaica add the H's
Heg.
where they're not supposed to.
You know,
Add the,
some people say Hanukkah and some people say
Had
Hana-
the-
and some people
had
say
the H.
Hanukkah with a cha.
Had the H.
So some people say Chana, honor.
Say
It all,
Hanukkah.
it all depends.
So is it Hanukkah or Hanukkah?
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
It's just Hanukkah.
No, it's not just Hanukkah.
The rabbi's
It's
listening to you. I'm gonna
Hanukkah.
slap you over the head.
That's too much energy. You say all that.
Oh, forget it. The rabbi will
Spitting
stick
everywhere.
me
The rabbi
back-
will
stick me-
slap the crap out of
stick
you.
me back in school on
Whoosh!
Sunday. What
Get out of here!
What did I teach you on Sunday mornings?
Yeah, I didn't teach you about Hanukkah. I teach you about Hanukkah. 1-800-529-5465. Everybody, I'm on. Those guys are really idiots. We're idiots at 9 o'clock, idiots at 12 o'clock, and we're answering immigration question. Next.
Homage. You forgot page 21.
Oh, yeah. USA Credit Repair. Listen, man, the good thing about USA Credit Repair, do you know that they have plans, Brad?
By the way, Dawn wants to make it clear to you that not everyone who listens is Jamaican Squeeze.
Dawn, what are you trying to say?
She's not Jamaican.
She's not Jamaican.
That's what she's trying to say. So
Did I say everybody was Jamaican? I didn't say everybody. I said Jamaicans. A lot of Jamaicans drop the H and add the H where they shouldn't. I didn't say she was Jamaican.
Oh, you're right.
I'm going to tell you,
You did
something.
say that.
I'm going to tell you something. Man will never admit he's wrong ever. He can't
I know.
can't just say, I'm terribly sorry, Dawn. I will make sure that I make it clear
No,
that this
I-
is a show for everybody.
No,
in
as
the
a matter
world.
of fact, I'm the
Right,
kind of
it's
guy.
not just Jamaican.
I like saying sorry to a woman.
You do.
What?
I do. Do you know what happens when you,
You know
say
what- you
sorry
know
to a
what-
woman?
do you know
what
get
happens?
so much.
So wait, what?
Do you know what
so
it's
you
like?
say it?
Best time.
So you say it for your benefit.
when you say sorry.
mean-
to a
By
woman.
the way, do you know what his favorite song is?
what?
Take a guess.
Sorry? By
Yes.
Justin Bieber?
Yes.
Bieber.
Oh,
That song
my
is
God.
legit.
That song is because it has a deep meaning to it if you hear the words.
Yeah.
That's
I like the
Squeeze's-
other one. Never gonna let you go.
Squeeze likes that song.
Let's-
Every time that song comes on.
Never give
has
up.
to- He has
No,
to- he has
no,
to-
no.
He has to.
Never
He has
give
to.
up.
Like the
No.
Beebs?
Stop
Right,
everything.
He has to
Let me
stop
let-
everything and just.
Let me. Let
I don't know what he's thinking about, but.
Never
The
give
video
up.
makes me like the song even more,
Yeah.
too.
All right, page 21.
It's all
USA
reggae, you know
Credit
that, right?
Repair.
Yeah.
1-800-872.
Every song this year is a reggae song.
7177.
Every song this year is a reggae song.
Yes.
By the way, sympathies, condolences to all those in
Manchester.
Manchester, England.
Terrible.
At the
I mean, you
Ariana
can
Grande
imagine you're
concert.
a teenager, you go there,
15-year-old kids.
15-year-old kids. It's
Listening to your favorite
Very
artist.
sad.
you know what? If Ariana Grande was here, if I was in England, I would have went to have seen her. I would have
Yeah.
taken my kids.
Right.
That could have been me. Very easily been me.
Yeah.
It's terrible. So my heart goes out in condolences to everybody.
Yeah, and we shouldn't take it lightly, folks. And I am going to say this, and I will take absolutely no apology. Wherever you are in the world, be vigilant. Be extremely vigilant because you could actually be helping to save many lives.
And I'll say this also. For it is so unlikely to anything to happen, God forbid, in a terrorist attack. It's still sad when you see it. But what it shows is life is very precious.
Very precious.
And every person out there
Very precious.
should not only enjoy their lives to the
Please
best of
do.
their ability, but make sure that everybody around you enjoys their lives. Because it can go in
And
a snap of a finger.
And it goes back to that lady who called who was very upset at this gentleman that she was with.
That's right.
Just let it go.
Right. Enjoy,
And
Enjoy your life.
And I'm quite sure life will
Because you want to know
wanna
why?
get stuck in that.
You don't get days back, and then you see, like, in days like this, like what happened to me. Life is very precious. All right.
Anyway,
Oh, USA Credit Repair. Just
Oh
give me the
yeah,
number.
USA Credit Repair is a very, very, very solid
You got
company.
off target.
And by the way, they also have programs that you have specific programs. If you sign up with USA Credit Repair, those programs could stick with you for life. Meaning that God forbid something happens to your credit in the future, it's taken care of. But right now, everybody can call 1-800-USA-7177 to get your credit repair. By far, they are better than most credit repair agencies
they
out
are
there.
the sponsors for the Brad
And a
Squeeze
solid
show.
sponsor of this show.
Solid.
1-800-872-7177. If someone can type in this number on Facebook for me, all right? 1-800-872-7177.
That's not my job to do that. Somebody else has a job to do that.
Yeah.
Look at him.
1-800-872-7177.
Let's talk to Christy only because she's been waiting
Christy.
a long time.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good morning, Christy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Brad and Squeeze Show.
Okay, thank you. I'm visiting from Jamaica, but I just have a little problem. When I came, I was only stamped like to say the date when I landed, but I noticed that it didn't say 6 months, 3 months, or so. But it's my first time visiting, so I'm just wondering if that's a
It's
problem.
6 months. Don't worry. If they didn't tell you, it's 6 months.
If they didn't tell me, then it's 6 months.
Yes.
even if I say maybe 2 weeks or so.
Stay 2 weeks and go home. Stay 4 weeks and go home. Stay 6 weeks. You can stay up to 6 months.
Okay. So what do I do if I want to extend it? Like,
Well, you come see me.
I booked for 2 weeks.
Oh,
But
well, then just go change your plane ticket. You're allowed to stay here for up to 6 months.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thank
Okay,
you.
You're welcome.
All right, that was easy. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465.
By the way, Shaney Bay Smith did SMG's job and posted USA credit repair number.
Thank you so much, Shaney Bay. By the way,
Wait, I
would you like a
posted
job?
Wait, what?
What? Shady Bay Smith. 1-800.
Scroll up. I posted the number and the link.
Sorry, don't see it.
Uh-huh.
You know how I knew my day was going to be great today? You know how I knew my day was going to be great today?
Right. I do see it.
Other than nobody's listening to me.
Yeah,
Wait,
why
what?
was your day great?
Forget it. Let's go to another call.
Oh,
1-800-529-5465.
on.
1-800-529-5465. Only little Nicky was listening.
I'm ready. I'm still waiting.
I'm listening.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I want to hear.
All right, let's go to another call.
There you go. Let's go to another call. See?
Robert.
Rob. Rob. Eric.
Bobby.
How are you?
He's right now.
Not
He's
too bad,
underwater.
not too bad.
He is
Okay.
underwater. He's in a submarine somewhere.
It's probably using
Hello?
Yeah, you're using AT&T or using one of those
No,
boosts?
he is in a submarine.
All right, what's your question for Brad?
Yeah, my question is that I would like to get married, but my fiance is about the big age difference.
I know people who date people.
I know that.
And not older.
I know that very well.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Yes, and I will tell you this. As the guy in the J-Lo song says, love is love is love. Meaning, love is love is love. You're in love? So what?
Yes.
So what? Go get married and do what you need to do. As long as you are in love and you're living together, love is love is love.
Might I ask?
Now, I will say that if there's a huge age difference,
That's what I was about to say.
Right.
Might I ask how much difference is it?
About 30 years.
Okay, that's a lot. So, what'll happen is, let's say you're going in for an immigration hearing. They may consider the age difference to determine, and say, hey, that's a red flag to say this may not be a real marriage.
But if you're
So,
truly...
if maybe your age difference was 3 years instead of 30 years, maybe you would have an easier interview, easier in terms of time. But me, I would be the opinion of love is love is love. This is the person I love. We're getting married. We want to live together. I don't care what somebody in immigration thinks, because by the time I'm done with the interview, they're going to know this is a real marriage. So instead of a 5-minute interview, I have a 30-minute interview. They want to come investigate me? Come investigate me. We're having pot roast tonight. I'll set the table for you. Whatever it is, it is.
6-1.
Don't worry about it. Love is love is love.
Okay.
All right?
But the person is also innocent Martin. Is that make it?
Person could be.
She come back and forth all the time.
So who's
That's
the older
fine.
one? You are the person.
She said. It sounds
I
like
am.
he's the
Oh,
older
you
one.
are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is that is perfectly fine.
Nothing
Love is
wrong with
love
that.
is love.
Yeah.
Dude, as long as... Listen, bottom line is, man. As long as the
There are-
person's
there are-
of age, you are in love with a person, and you have a bona fide relationship, there's absolutely no problem. What do you have to worry about?
There are some people who like more mature men, and there are some people who like people their age. I've seen it go both ways. I've seen women
Yeah, I've
say,
seen
you know
it.
what? I can't date somebody who's older. That's grosses me out.
Wow,
and then
that's not nice.
I've heard it. And then I've heard other women say, you know what? I don't want to date somebody my age. They're immature. I really like the maturity level of older men.
Never
so
heard
it
that.
goes both ways.
Never heard of it.
Right, little Nicky?
Right.
Just mess with you guys.
Yes.
My brother, you're good, man. All
You're
right?
good. Don't worry
You
about
don't have nothing for real worry
I'm
about.
good.
You love the girl. Come on.
And
she
by the
loves you.
way, there's men who date older women too. It goes both ways. All right?
All
All
right.
right. So
You know-
if
you
you
know-
need help with that, Brad could have helped you out.
You know who dates a much older woman? The guy Wolverine from the movies.
Logan?
Whatever the guy
Logan.
was, the Wolverine.
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Logan.
His wife, I think, is like 20 years older than him, or 15 years older than him.
Really?
Yeah.
So she was like finishing college when he was born.
Yeah, something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you look at it the way SMG does.
All right, Robert.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Hold on one second if you need
Would
help.
you date someone younger than you, Brad?
Sure.
Would you date someone older than you?
Sure. I am not.
Brad doesn't discriminate.
I don't discriminate. Right. I have dated. Not only have I dated all age groups, I've dated all colors and all religions.
And sex?
Almost.
And
I mean,
sex?
I'm sure there's religions
And
I haven't
sex?
dated, but no,
And-
only females.
Okay, because you say you don't.
Just trying to slide that in there.
I just have to, I wanted to know that,
Yes, only females. But yes, I have gone across age, race, and religion.
Fences?
Fences, countries.
Really? You've gone
Yes.
across the fence.
Oh boy.
No,
You're just falling into this.
Come
man.
on.
What about you?
It's
What
a free
about you,
country
Squeeze?
here, man.
What about you, Squeeze?
Me?
Yeah.
Would you date someone older than you?
Yes.
How much older are we talking?
Doesn't matter as long as I'm in love
long
with
as
him
you're
and
in
I'm
love.
attracted to him.
Would you date somebody older, SMG?
Of course.
You would. How much older?
Doesn't
10 years
matter.
older?
Yeah,
20?
that's fine.
30?
Yeah, 30 still good.
Little Nicky.
All right,
Do you like older men or you like men
The
your
question
age?
is, would
I
you
like
marry
both.
You
someone?
like both.
Of course.
Would you marry someone
Little
older
Nicky,
than
would you marry
course
a
I
man
would.
who's 20 years older than you?
Not 20. I would go 10.
You would go 10.
10
I'd
years.
marry a
Why-
woman
why not
30
20?
years older than me.
Because that's my dad's age.
So?
I don't want to date someone the same age as my dad.
Why?
Why?
Because I don't.
Maybe your dad's cool.
My dad is cool.
What does dating him have to do with your dad?
Yeah.
Because he's the same age. They can be friends, and that's awkward.
How?
The most I will go is 10.
All right, that's what it is.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
1-800-5, mark it down, 10 years, folks. So if you're 10 years, how old are you, little Nicky?
I'm 22.
All right, so if you're over 32 and watching this, everyone over 32, stop saying, hey, little Nicky, you look hot, okay? She ain't talking to you, right?
I'll talk to you. I'm a nice girl, but
But you're not dating
not going to
them.
go too far.
You will not go too far. There it is.
I'll go 30 plus.
You'll go 30 years plus.
Turn around like
Squeeze, what about you? What's your?
Love has no age or colors. Marilyn D. Lagan, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right?
And by the way, Queen of my castle says, I love older men.
Darshani says she will too. They're
Yeah,
mature.
they're much mature. So there you have it.
10 years is I'm
There-
still mature.
There you have it, little Nicky.
Would you think
I don't know what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is I'm a mature man.
Would you say this is a pickup line? I got on the elevator this morning.
Yeah.
And this girl standing behind me with her boyfriend, she says, oh my God, you smell so good. I feel like following you around all day.
How do you know she's
What's
with
wrong
her
with
man?
that?
Maybe,
Guy was there, it's our man, I can tell.
maybe she
He
just
got
like,
this face
what-
after that.
What are you wearing? What is the cologne you're
I
wearing?
can't tell you, I'd have to kill
Excellent.
you. And I
What is
like
the
it, so
word?
I don't want to kill you.
What
You
is
never,
the,
you
uh,
never tell the cologne you
No.
wear. It's his natural scent. He wakes
And
up smelling
even,
like
I
that.
mean, she was still
That's so
talking to me when I was
funny.
getting
I
off the
believe
elevator. And I was like, have a good day, folks. You sure we can't follow you around? I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay.
You know what I wear?
Just being friendly.
You know what I wear?
Awfully friendly.
You know what I wear?
Clothes, I presume.
Yeah. Do you know what cologne I wear?
No.
I'm not telling you either. Then. All right,
I don't want to know. My
Eric.
cologne beats up your cologne.
Eric.
All right? All right.
Eric.
Thank you, Denise. Eric,
Eric.
what's up?
Eric.
Your turn.
He was falling asleep. He waited online for 30 minutes. All right, we're going to come
All
back
right,
to Eric.
Come back to Eric shortly. Got to say
All
good
right.
morning to Jose. All right?
go
And
to-
Wendy Brown,
Let's go to Melissa. Melissa.
Carol, Ainsworth,
Melissa's also waiting on hold a long time.
Suzanne.
Hello, good
Oh,
morning.
there you are,
Hey,
Melissa.
Mel, how you doing?
I'm good, and how are you?
We
good.
are good here.
Okay, yeah, I had a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
My 2-year green card is up, which I put in from December, but I'm now waiting on my 10-year. And I wanted to travel. I got the letter for work and travel. Can I travel on the letter to Canada?
On the advanced parole you're talking about? What are you talking about? What travel on what letter?
When you put in your for your conditional to
Oh, yes,
remove,
yes.
they give you a 1-year
Yes,
letter.
yes,
So
yes,
I'm
yes. You can
asking-
travel. Okay, I know what you have now. You have the extension notice on the I-751. So you can
Yeah.
travel with that to Canada, except if you have a passport from a country that requires a visa to Canada, you will still need a visa.
No, my passport is from Jamaica.
Do you need a visa from Jamaica to go to Canada? I believe you do. You just can't, as a
Oh, no.
Jamaican, go decide you want to get on a plane and go to Canada. So you would
No,
still.
well, I'm in the U.S. I'm in the U.S.
But you're not
now,
listening
I'm
to
just
me.
saying I
You're
have-
not-
okay,
you're not
sorry,
listening
I'm
to me.
sorry.
Listen.
You're not a U.S.
Yeah.
citizen, though. So,
Okay,
so
no.
what? So Canada says, so what? You're in the United States. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you need a visa, unless you come from a
Okay.
country that doesn't require a visa to go to Canada. So you're going to submit your Jamaican passport. In that Jamaican passport, you need a visa to go to Canada. When you return to the United States, you can return to the United States with your passport and that letter. But that letter is issued by the United States. It doesn't allow you to go to Canada. Canada has to give you something to allow you to go to Canada.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I do
All right,
understand.
okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Have a blessed day. I didn't mean to do that.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a blessed day. I didn't mean to. My
Blessings
apologies.
upon
My
you.
apologies. All right. Well, you want to do some speed round?
Yeah, let me run through some questions I have for you. Well, a lot of them are comments based off of this episode of Love.
Uh-huh.
But how does the process work for children who have derived citizenship through their parents?
You have to prove that you lived with the parent who's a U.S. citizen before the age of 18. That parent had legal custody of you, and you had a green card, and this all happened after February 2000.
Okay, great. What is
The law is different prior to that.
Okay. What is the cost for a green card?
The filing fee?
Mm-hmm.
Go to uscis.gov, which is what I'm going to do, or you can go to Google I-90 filing fee. It's very simple. This is what I'm doing. And the filing fee is $455 plus an $85 biometric fee, which equals $540.
Nice mental math.
Okay.
How do you get your citizenship for 3 years after you're married? What? I want to know, do you get your citizenship for 3 years and after you're married? After you get your green card? You can decipher.
You get your citizenship 3 years after you got your green card, presuming you're in a bona fide marriage with your spouse.
Got you. Okay, good morning. I want to know if you guys fill out the application and then I can file it myself, how much it costs. We don't have the money now.
Sorry, we don't do that. Because I'll tell you why I don't do that.
Tell 'em.
Not because I'm being mean, but if you're going to come to me and I'm going to be responsible for your life, my responsibility goes from the beginning to the end.
Not halfway.
I don't want to fill out forms, you get denied, and then you come to me and say, Brad, you filled out the forms wrong, and we have a whole thing. So if I'm going to become responsible for getting what you need, I'm going to take full responsibility.
It's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing.
All right. My friend's sister filed for her while she was living in the United States. She went to Barbados. Are you upset about me asking a question? She was living in Barbados. My friend's sister filed for her while she was living in the USA. She went to Barbados to get her green card. They denied her. She's now stuck in the Caribbean.
Why did they deny her?
It's a good question.
That is a very
Nancy,
good question.
Why?
Okay.
What's the price of an I-130 and the work permit?
The I-130 and work permit, and I guess the adjustment is $1,760.
All right. My children are here in the U.S. on a J-2, but their passports and visitor visa expired a year before the J-2 will be up. What should I do?
They're still here legal, but just renew the passport.
Okay.
My son was born in the USA illegally. I'm asking if I can travel with him back to the States.
Unlikely that if you come to the airport with your child, and that child was born in America while you were
Child's fine.
Child's fine, but you were not a resident or a citizen, it is most likely they will turn you around for violating your visa status for giving birth, and you would be deported.
What if you fall in love with a person with the same last name and want to get married?
Sneaky.
It's fantastic. Just make sure that it's not your brother or sister.
Oh, no.
Yep.
And then go get married. There's lots of people with... Listen, there's a lot of Bernsteins in the world.
That's very true. My professor was named
Would
Bernstein.
you marry another
so
Bernstein?
why not?
Okay.
As long as it's not my brother or sister. I mean, maybe 3,000 years ago we share the same person
I'm
somewhere.
not marrying anyone with a last name Annakie.
Because there's not too
It's
many
not
of them.
common, that's
It's not
why.
common. Right.
Sorry.
Foster's common. I don't know
Yeah,
if I
it's no
would.
problem. What would happen?
Doesn't matter what name I have. If anyone has the same last name, I'm not marrying them. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I reserve that right.
You do.
Although I will tell you, I have not been attracted to another Bernstein. Now that I think about it, I've met some women who are last name Bernstein. I had no relation to me. I'm like, nah.
No, subconsciously in your mind, like,
Subconsciously, maybe, I don't know.
nah, I can't marry you.
Yeah. Oh, we only got a minute to go.
Minute and a half. Once again, folks, this has been the Brad and Squeeze Show. I want to say thanks to USA Credit Repair Inc.com or WeFixBadCredit.com. You may call them at 1-800-872-7177. However, very important, immigration questions and or issues. Call 1-800-LawLink, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you so much, SMG, Little Nicky. We'll be back, God's willing, at 12 noon today.
We are for our last show before Memorial Day.
Last show. Let's make it a big
All
one.
right.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.